going on, everybody? Welcome to WAEofFishing. So this is a little bit different video. First, I'm going to start out for everybody who wished me well through the hurricane. Virginia actually didn't get it. So my family from North Carolina is up here. She can't get home. There's actually no way in to where she lives at all. Every road in is washed out. So she's stuck up here for a while, but at least she's safe. And it's just terrible what's happened down there. With the number of people impacted. Right now, the storm's moving. I guess right now I've got several tornado warnings popping up around me. Storm's starting to lift up this way, and we're in for some really bad thunderstorms. And there are tornado warnings west of me headed this way. So we'll see how we do. But definitely, whatever I do today is still a lot better than what everybody's dealing with in North Carolina. So to all of my friends, family, fans, and other YouTubers in North Carolina, I hope you come through this the best way possible. So I hope everything comes through with a little bit of loss of property, as little as possible, no loss of life, limb, pets. I hope everybody comes through good. So Big Coffee Outdoors Magazine, thinking about you, buddy. Haven't heard from you yet, but I hope you're all right down there. So this video right now is just a follow-up to the grass punching video I just did. So hindsight being 2020, looking back on the day, I think I really missed a lot of opportunity. I think I could have gotten more fish had I dialed in sooner. And so I just want to go back and share my thoughts on the day and how I thought it went. So I'm just out here sitting in the garage, listening to the rain, waiting on the lightning and thunder to start. But first off, you look behind me, you know my channel, I'm really heavy into finesse fishing. So when you look behind me, I mean, I've got some nice bait casters, but definitely there's a wall of spinning tackle back here. Last year, I knew that I had a need to go heavier, but heavy costs money. Right now, being on YouTube, everything on my YouTube channel hasn't made a dime. So everything that I film, everything I put up is a cost. So I've got to balance all of that. Okay, so looking at it, I was punching with the wrong rod. So where is that rod right now? So normally, so many rods, you lose them. Dun, 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 dun. Where's that rod? Let's see. Top. Yep. This is the rod that I was punching on. Okay, this is normally my jig rod. So what this is a Shimano Kumara, medium heavy, fast, 7 foot. So it's got 30-pound braid on it. I use a Corrado with a 7:1 gear ratio. Very sensitive rod. Absolutely love fishing with this rod, but I don't think it was stout enough for what I was trying to do. So looking back on it, I should have moved some reels around, because if you look at all those missed hook sets, this rod just wasn't long enough, and it wasn't picking up line fast enough to get the hook set in those fish, especially that one that ran back to me. With a longer rod, not only would I have had more leverage, but that hook set would have moved even more line. So that was really a painful miss, because that was a good fish. I don't know if it was a bass, a chain pickerel, or a grindle, bowfin, but it was a good fish and I missed it. Now, this is a nice rod. I love this rod. This is like, I think to go above this, you'd have to go Shimano JDM. This is an expensive rod that I can't get another one of, but not really the best for punching. So I went back out and I switched rods around. So what you've got right here is actually one of my most favorite rods ever. This is a Carrot Sticks Black. Okay, it's a Carrot Sticks Black. It's rated for 30 pound. It's 7'6" extra heavy. I kept that frog on here, and this is a 7.2-1 Shimano Canon, and I kept that frog on here the other day, and I really shouldn't have. I had that one blow up on the frog, and it was a really nice blow up. I know that fish was pushing 5+. When you stick a hog, when you really stick a big fish, they don't run. They tend to just head shake, like they're just trying to throw whatever's in their mouth. They hold their ground and they just shake and they shake. But that fish, if you look at the video, when I set, it didn't move. I didn't pin it to the grass, it was shaking, and then the hook pulled free. That one mistake made me keep that frog on here, and I shouldn't have. That frog should have come off this rod. This is the rod I should have been punching on. Okay, it's still not the perfect setup for punching because it's a fast, extra fast. I think it's a fast. It's not an extra fast. It's a fast. But a while back when I was looking, because I knew I was going to need more gear, when I was looking at rods, I was talking to Mikey Balls, and Mikey told me that I needed to slow the action down. So I'm not an expert at grass punching. If you live in Florida or somewhere where you punch constantly, I'm open to suggestions. Put your stuff below. Let me know what you think. Look at the video, what I could have done differently. But Mikey told me that this needed to be a softer action rod. But it's the best option of what I have right now. The other thing, looking at the hook sets were wrong. I probably should have just wound down and just stuck straight up. I mean, just pinned them like that and brought them straight out of the grass instead of what I was doing. Truth be told, if this tungsten comes flying out the water, it's gonna knock some teeth out or blind me or something. I don't have WAEOFFishing glasses. I think WAEOFFishing would probably be the only thing that could stop a tungsten at full swing coming at your face. It'll probably break a bone. If you look at Greg Blanchard, actually set the hook and missed a fish, and it hit his rod behind him, it broke the rod. He picked the rod up and he went to fish with it and the rod broke. The tungsten, when it hit the rod in the rod holder behind him, it broke the rod. Hey, I'm scared of tungsten hitting me in the face. I'm gonna be straight up. That's a horrifying thought, to have tungsten flying at your face. So, but again, this is probably what I should have been punching on. Once I realized that frog bite was dead, I should have just gave up on it. The other thing that I did when I went back out frog fishing the other day and actually didn't catch anything, because these videos are out of sequence, is I took the reel off of this jig rod. Okay, I took the reel off the jig rod, made the switch I didn't make when I was at Chickahominy and I was fishing that hydrilla, and I put that jig rod, because it has 30-pound braid, onto this rod. This was back when I said I knew I was going to need more tackle, heavier stuff. This was a rod that I picked up. This is a Field and Stream tech spec. So this is a 7'6", heavy, extra fast, rated up to 1.5 ounce. Okay, 25-pound line. I wouldn't have pitched a punch rig on this. It's even stiffer than the other rod, but I should have put the frog on it. I should have switched stuff around. I should have put this reel on here, tied the frog to it since I wasn't gonna get rid of the frog, and been punching on that 7'6" heavy. But I didn't do that. So hindsight being 20/20, you learn. You get blinded on the water, especially like throwing that whopper plopper in the morning. You stick with stuff longer than you should. I didn't make adjustments as fast as I could have. Looking back on it, I still can't figure out why the fish were in that one area and they weren't in other areas. That wasn't the first area that I punched. So looking back, as far as irregularities, water depth, everything you're taught, 2 different types of vegetation coming together, that sort of thing, green versus brown versus water depth, current, watercolor. I can't figure out why that one area had fish and the other areas didn't. All the areas I fished had shad. All the areas I fished had bluegill. They had green duckweed, green hydrilla. One area, it wasn't a good canopy mat, so I get that one, but the rest of them, they were canopied out. Everything should have worked out, but that one area had fish, and still to this day, I don't know why that one area was holding fish and other areas were not. Because everything I noticed about the grass mat was the same. Brim popping, I could hear shad. I mean, there was no difference, but one area had fish and one area didn't. And that's the one thing I keep thinking about. This is haunting me because that was a big fish, and that lake has big fish. That lake has really big fish. Thanks for watching that other video. Thanks for watching this video. And please, if you fish a lot of grass, watch the video, comment, let me know what you thought, what you see, what you analyzed from it that I didn't see. So as always, I appreciate you guys subscribing. Thanks for being here. I'm almost at 1,000. I've got like 910 subscribers, so I appreciate it. Picked up like 5 or 6 new ones this week. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching, and stay in touch, because more to come after we get past all this sideways rain right now. Haven't heard any thunder, haven't seen any lightning, but I know it's coming. See y'all.